Mother Nature, the fickle mistress she is, trying to tease us with just a touch of blue sky over 7th and Rangeline. Look down at the ground. That's an indicator that we're far from being over, because we just had our last bout roll right through the intersection right there. Daily Almanac, I wanted to point out just the monthly total right there that you see, because coming off of what we had last night into this morning, and if it seems like it's been a little bit of a wet spring, coming off of what we had last night and this morning, it's the equivalent of the last 20 days of rain combined. 24 hours equal to the last 20 days is what we picked up. In areas of Jasper County, anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. That spread into portions of Lawrence and Dade County, move up into Barton County, and it was that same 6 to 8, a little bit of that filtering into Crawford County as well, which leads us to number 1, rivers, number 2, road closures. Here we are. We'll pick on the Spring River first off. Look at that exponential increase that we had for today, and still hasn't crested. We expect that tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, around 25 feet. So not quite historic cresting for the spring, but certainly enough to cause flooding. That's at the Waco gauge. Here we are for the Neosho near Parsons. Now this timeline a little bit more elongated. You can tell it stays in the moderate flood category, about that 24.5 feet mark, all the way really until through Mother's Day weekend. And speaking of Mother's Day weekend, if you're tempted to get out on the river, it is a bad idea. They are going to be running. They are going to be running fast. The icons indicated with the red water, those are road closures. Those are updated as of 5 minutes ago. Shows you the amount of roads that are still inundated with water, and we can expect those to not reopen really until we get to probably Friday afternoon. Let's go back to 7th and Rangeline. 61 degrees is where we stand. More importantly, flood watches and flood warnings at least until tomorrow. And here's what we're going to pay attention to. It is down to the south. Not so much of what's in Texas. We're going to go Oklahoma City up through Tulsa right there. That's going to be our key factor, because everything is making a southwest to northeasterly track out by Wichita and Hutch. That'll continue up to the northeast. We're going to keep our eyes on this torrential rain that's about to roll through Tulsa and then up I-44. And when we talk about the severe thunderstorm risk map, while the greatest threats have moved off to the east, specifically through portions of eastern Texas and the Arklatex region, at the same time, you can tell we are still in that marginal category for the risk of additional flooding. Temperatures for this afternoon, really not going to go much of anywhere. Just need everybody on their toes, because we are going to pick up some additional lightning this evening. I don't think it'll be as impressive as what we saw last night. But look at this additional heavy rain that comes out of that Tulsa area on the central portion of the 4 states for this evening. Then watch the counterclockwise motion. Wouldn't want to leave anytime soon, so let's just kick it all back through the 4 states through Friday morning. Down to the south, look at that line that we were talking about in East Texas. That's going to pose some problems for them. So Tanya, from the Midwest down to the southwestern portion of the U.S., then into the southeastern portion for tomorrow. Wild weather for Mother's Day. Now when we do get to Mother's Day, time to pop open the fan. Make sure Mom's got an umbrella if she's outside, because we're going to roll up into the 80s and it's going to be steamy. With all that rain, all that moisture, it's going to start evaporating, and it very well may feel about like it's 90, 91 on Sunday.
It'll be humid, but at least it won't be raining.
We will take it. Right now, we will take it. 20 days. In 24 hours, we got the equivalent of the last 20 days.
Wow, a lot. All right, thank you, Michael.